Welcome back, everybody. Last week you saw that we cleared out the big barn. So we have now officially got rid of all the asbestos on site so we can concentrate on kitting out the workshop. Now, there's only one problem we've got with the workshop, and that is space. Because we haven't got much of it with this big workshop, have we? 18 metres by 12 metres. But I don't want the machines in here taking up all the room when I'm trying to kit it out and work around it and everything. Obviously, we've got to still paint the ceiling, do the walls, paint the floor. So ideally, we want them out the shop, which is another reason why we've bought this 45-foot curtain sider. So we can store things in it, but also use it as part of the temporary shelter we're going to build for the machines. Now, we've got all the floor hardcored ready to go. And I was saying last week that I was thinking about using these RSJs in the concrete blocks as legs to run along this side here, and then we can build the structure off of that. I think I've kind of gone against that idea now, because I was looking at them and the blocks are that big on the side of them that if I put the RSJs up, they stick out that much that I'd lose too much space with them in. And also they're all different heights as well, so I'd have to go about digging them at different depths as well, which obviously, as you know, we can't be digging. In the long run, you know that we're going to be building the lean-to off the side of the shed, so the machines will go in there. So I'm hoping this is going to be a temporary shelter that's, I don't know, maybe going to be up for 6 months. So I don't really want to spend a lot of money on it. And what I've got planned should be cheap. It's not going to look pretty, but hopefully it'll do the job, because we're planning to use all these steels that came off the big barn. These are the wind braces that were on the big shed. And they're 5 metres long, so I've got 10 of them. So I'm hoping that can be almost like the roof structure all the way around. These were the angles that were running along the bottom of the shed, and this was for securing on the asbestos. These are quite heavy duty angle, and they're 4.3 metres long. So I'm hoping that these are going to go on here like that and be all the legs. And I've also got all the nuts and bolts that came off of it, which they're 50-year-old, they're rusty as anything, so I'm not really going to use them for anything else. But for this, for 6 months, they should be ideal. I know some of you probably think I'm a bit of a princess by not wanting machines in here, but look, every time they come in, they just leave dirt absolutely everywhere, and that one's not too bad, but when we move that one, it's going to make a fair bit of mess.
Morning, everybody.
We had quite a few comments about the workshop floor as well, though, and somebody suggested that I get my much needed road sweeper instead of the old floor cleaner. But one of my favourite things people were saying about is the old mezzanine with the steps idea. Some said it was a harebrained idea, some said it was genius, but they were saying about having a fire escape to get off the mezzanine if the steps weren't there. You know what they came up with? Fireman's pole.
You are only going to have yourselves to blame, because we all know that there's going to be some explicit content involving the fireman's pole now.
You all know how good I am at being a fireman. What's that, ladies? Your loins are burning. Good job I've got the old fire beater here to fan your flames.
My favourite suggestion, though, was that we should get a robotic floor cleaner. Notice how when John has lots of holes to drill in the thick angle, he busts out the mag drill, rather than what he did to me, where he made me drill them all with just the little hand drill.
Everybody was concerned about your boobs out there, see?
They've only just recovered.
The reason I didn't actually get the mag drill out, because the mag drill is brilliant, but obviously with them short brackets Jess was drilling, you can't magnet to them when we haven't got a bench to do it. Whereas these, obviously because they're kept longer, we can magnet to it like that.
Now, if this all works out like we've planned, this is going to be the easiest frame ever made because we haven't had to do anything to the wind braces and we've just taken the measurements from the holes they've already got and put them into our uprights. So in theory, we just take them outside now and we bolt them up and it'll be done.
I did think about getting a commercial gazebo and putting it up, but they're too low, so I'd have had to extend the legs. And I watch a couple called Road to Off Grid, and they're building a truck and a fifth wheel trailer to live in. They did it. Didn't go to plan. It was quality, like it was all strapped down.
It was a great idea.
Extended and everything like that, but I think it only lasted one winter and now they're in a workshop.
The British winter storms had different ideas.
Because not only the frame of this is always going to be the most heavy duty frame I'm ever going to get, but the canvas, wait till you see that beauty.
It's a beautiful colour. Not. But seeing as the frame is so heavy duty, we're going to need some extra muscle to help us put her up.
This all seems to be going a bit too smoothly.
He says with his foot getting stuck in the mud.
We thought about bringing the scissor lift round here, but we don't think it'd be too good on the uneven ground. So it's cage to lift us up to bolt it in, and the old digger to lift the frame up, hopefully. So obviously we're going to bolt this together now, right? And then we're going to bolt the legs to it. We're going to lift it up with a digger.
Yep.
And then I'm going to need to get to both corners. So we're going to have to move that.
And then that's going to be holding it.
But the problem is how we're going to do it, because we've got to lift it, have the first one up, get the second one up, and then get the bars in between.
We just said this was going to be easy.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is you have to hold that one up while you then hold that up to brace it, because it's going to be 5 metres in the air, or 4 metres in the air.
Yeah, but if that one's leaning against there, then we can use the digger to hold this one up, and you can be in there, because we'll connect this one to its leg before we lift it.
Well, after much deliberation, we're still none the wiser. This is going to be one of them epiphany moments where you're all shouting at the screen again. We're thinking, lift that one up to the side with 2 legs on, then try and get the end on, get a leg on, ignore the sketchy bit for that part whilst we get another bit on.
I think it's going to be sketchy until we get all 4 bits on, but
right,
we're
so
going to give it a crack.
If that's a leg then...
A leg?
That's...
Oh dear. Now, I've said before that jobs like this make me nervous and sweaty, but fortunately they don't make me smelly because I use Wild Natural Deodorant, who have partnered with us for this week's video. You know I love their stick deodorants. They're nourishing, they have 98% natural origin ingredients, and they protect you from odour for 24 hours. But just in time for this job, they have brought out a new antiperspirant roll-on deodorant that actually stops you from sweating. So it's perfect for grey t-shirt days, when you're working out, or doing dodgy building jobs. This will protect you for 72 hours, has 90% natural origin ingredients, and it leaves no white marks. I also love their hand wash and their body wash. They are so gentle on your skin and they smell divine. But their lip balms are a godsend on these cold winter days. What I love most about Wild though is their ethos. They're cruelty free, they don't use any harsh chemicals, and their refills can just go straight in your compost bin. So far, they've saved over 600 tonnes of plastic from landfill. I also think they make lovely gifts. The products feel so luxurious and the cases are so pretty, like these Emma Bridgewater ones, or you can even have them engraved with your name. But just in time for Valentine's Day, they brought back their Love Hearts range, and they brought out a new scent called Peachy Kisses. So if you're looking for a Valentine's gift, or less romantically looking for something to protect you on those sweaty days, then Wild have given us a 20% discount if you use our code TRUEBLUE. Put a link in the description for you, or you can click this QR code. This is what happens when you do a bodge job, and because you're going to knock it down in 6 months'
Can you imagine how
time.
much it would have cost us to buy this though?
I know, it would have been fortunes.
The worst part is when we do jobs, I always like to have things neat and things like that. When we come to do things like this, it's an absolute state all the time.
I don't know what you're talking about. This is a beautiful hardcore ground.
Moment of truth. I don't think it's going to go high enough.
She'll do it. She loves it. I don't think this is what the riddle bucket is designed for.
Multi-purpose, you see. That is what you call made for the job.
Told you she'd do it.
I don't know if we're even in shot here. Can you see it? They can see it.
How good is that?
It's taller than the trailer.
Oh no, that wasn't the plan.
Lift it, muscles, lift it.
Do the top one, I'm nearly there.
Up. Oh.
Go on, go on, go on.
Down. Up. Yeah.
Okay, why is it so enormous?
What are we on about here? Shed or?
This is not the moment.
It never is for you.
Maybe you need to work on your timing. Wrong one, wrong one. Back up, back up.
Wrong hole.
Definitely the not. Whoa, too far now, bloody hell. There we go, you're in.
Hello? Nah, it's all right, we've got two, thanks, and stop going to charity shops. Right. They're in a charity shop again.
They're charity shopping. Oh dear.
Hey, new phone, who this? I'ma pull up in a brand new whip. You go try me, that's real stupid. Go all out, it's all I do, babe. Come see, come out with the ta-ta-ta. Yeah, life is good when you
Keep going,
in your
keep going.
bag. It's a little A with a na-na-na.
Alright, that'll do. You want to get in the telly?
Double it up.
This is like musical machines. Where's the OAPs when you need them, eh?
I know. Too busy charity shop shopping.
Hey. Hey.
Lift it, woman, lift it.
Hey. Think I'll make again and pull it up.
Hold it there.
Heave, muscle man, heave.
We're sinking already.
I don't know if you can see or not, but we haven't got hardcore in that corner. And so this bit at the top here is a bit leaning Tower of Pisa.
We got one day done anyway.
Good day's work.
One more to do.
Is that snow?
Waiting, brazen for the wave, stay in, phase it come with me. How come? Who's it really for? Are we really keeping score?
It's a full power mode day today. But this beautiful frosty morning seems like a good time to give you an update on how we're surviving in the caravan in the cold. Now, we are staying nice and warm and toasty, but it is coming at quite a significant cost. And I'm going to be honest, a lot more than we were anticipating. Now, thanks to a lot of the recommendations from you guys, we've actually changed to kerosene for the diesel heater rather than red diesel. Turns out it's actually, you're not supposed to use red diesel in diesel heaters in the UK. Didn't know that, but also kerosene burns a lot cleaner and hotter, so it's much better for your diesel heater. However, in the time we've been here, we've been through 400 litres of kerosene, plus the red diesel we started with. So we are definitely going to have to take your guys' advice and put a skirt around the bottom of the caravan. And for that, we're also going to steal one of your ideas and give our old farming neighbour a call.
Right, then go.
All right, see you later. Thank you.
Okay, bye.
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 He's one of my favourite people in the whole world.
Sorted?
Yeah, I miss living next to him.
But we'll show you what the plan is for that later on. But today's job, let's get this finished. Well, half finished anyway. We've still got tarp and roof to do, but get the frame up.
You're at the bar hanging out with your regular dudes. You see her name on your phone and you know that you're screwed. You know that it's true.
Now we've got one side up though. This end is gonna fly up.
Hopefully.
Oh, where am I going? This side, Jess, this side.
Up she goes.
So I think it's time to tell you what I've had on my mind.
How do you know Jess has been in the telehandler? Look at the tyres, they're steaming away.
P-E-R-F-E-C-T. Come on, baby, you'd look good on me.
I suppose we best see if they both fit. Do you want to grab the telly and bring it in?
I'll grab the telly. Here goes nothing.
Well, it better fit, otherwise it was a big waste of time.
Is she in?
It's close. She's in anyway. It's in, Jess.
Oh, I've got miles of room. I can pull all the way up the front.
And we've still got space for the old scissor lift when we get this sorted, so.
I don't know how well the scissor lift's going to go over this, mind.
It would have been better if I'd have spinned the dig around so both booms are facing each other and we get more space in there as well. So, but buzzing with that. I wish I had some more of these wind braces though, because where I've put two on this end is absolutely solid, whereas down this end, because it's only got it at the top and the legs aren't obviously cemented in, it is a bit wobbly. So I still need to do something about that and secure it down, but I've got an idea for that anyway. So not bad for free at the minute. We need some timbers from John's salvage yard at the back here, but Jess took the mickey out of me about these curtains. 50 quid, absolute bargain.
I have to say, they have come in very handy. You were right, my dear.
Because we put all the shed at the back here, and as you probably see, we chewed this ground up a fair bit. So what we tried to do is, when we've brought this round, is we tried to stop in line here and then reach out with a telehandler. So we've at least got some sort of grass area that's not swamp. You're gonna miss this though, aren't you?
What? The swamp?
The off-roading.
It is really good fun, it's true. I particularly enjoy it today with all the icebergs like smashing out my way.
Jess said that the wheels were going down as deep as halfway on the tyre. I did take the mick out of her, but in some places it's getting that bad now. Whoa!
She's squirreling! Oi, oi, oi! All I can say is thank God for Gordon and these tyres, because God only knows where we would be if we had got the tyres that John wanted to get for this telehandler.
When we first got them tyres, I was a bit like, oh, people might think we're just getting them so it looks good, but best thing we ever did.
Oi.
Yeah, that's it.
That's it, she's good.
Yeah.
People often ask me how I survive life with John, particularly with the old peri-menopausal rage. So I have a little trick to show you, ladies. One of these. So satisfying. No need for the gym.
Show them the activity that I'm quite good at, that you were practicing when you were knocking that pin over. Go on.
So when I was just trying to give it the little corner bit a bit of a tipper-tapping, I was giving it a bit of this action. We got the wood beams on all the way around last night, and they're going to do a few different jobs for us. So firstly, they'll make sure that our legs don't spread, but also they're going to make sure that the structure doesn't sink, because we haven't put this into any foundations or anything, and we all know how stodgy our ground can be, even though we've put down some hardcore. So they'll spread the weight of it along the whole length for us, and we also don't mind if they get wet or damp or damaged, because they were the ones that were on the front of the shed, so we're not going to use them for another job. But yesterday afternoon, we went and picked up our warm house solution.
The old in-suspension trailer though. Fit the old bales like a treat. Snug as a bug, 40 bales, fit absolutely perfect. And we didn't know that they were going to fit, they just worked out that way.
I think it may have helped that John was helped to load the trailer by Andrew, our old farming neighbour, who is a veteran and genius at straw bale loading.
There's one thing, if you need any advice when it comes to land and things like that, farmers are the best people to speak to. But the reason we've gone with these is because partly the farmer and partly you guys, because I didn't think a lot of the people suggested these, eh?
They did indeed. There was lots of suggestions, but one of the reasons we've gone for this is it's quick and easy. It's also very thermally efficient, but also I can reuse them later in my compost heap.
A few people were saying we shouldn't put skirt on the bottom because we've got gas, and obviously the gas is heavier than air, so if it drops down to the bottom, there's no way of getting out. But we will have a couple of bits that we'll sort of like leave out. So
leave ventilation gaps.
But the good thing about doing it with these now is we've experienced the cold with it, so we know what it's like. So now when we put this in, we can test basically whether it's better or not, and then we can let you know if it works or not. When I first met Jess, this is what she used to do for a living, wasn't it?
It was indeed.
She was a horse hand.
A horse hand?
Is that what it is?
I was a groom, yeah. And I used to do riding lessons and ride horses. That's how I got through uni.
So she used to like clean out the stable. She was the stable girl, wasn't she?
I was a stable girl.
We had some good times in them stables, didn't we? Well, we've had to take a bit of a pause on that because it's tree felling time. So we've got some contractors in. My mum, she's not in the best of moods today, so we'll just leave her for a time being, shall we? And my dad is going to fell it. So we got the old telehandler, a bit of rope, reached out, so we've got a bit of the tension. We don't really know what we're doing, but we've done a lot of YouTubing, so we'll see what happens. The old telehandler to the rescue again. The reason we're doing this now as well is because we've been told that these are dangerous. If they were to fall down on the lines or somebody, I suppose we'd be even more liable than we were before. So best thing is to get it done sooner rather than later. And just like that, it's all gone. And you can't even really notice, to be honest, that tree over there is missing. Although this one you will when we take it down. We're only going to chop it off to about that height there, which is about 5 metres. But that's a job for another day. And the Caravan looks nice and toasty, and the floor was nice and toasty last night as well.
It did make a difference. We don't know how much difference it's going to make to the overall heat retention of the thing, but it did make a difference underneath. So we left our little thermostat under the Caravan last night to see if there was much of a difference. It was -2 last night, and it was 5 degrees under the Caravan. So it's making a 7-degree difference, at least to our floor.
And Jess is crammed in loads of hay on the top there, so it's pretty much seal tight all the way around as well.
Apart from obviously the specific ventilation gaps that we've left. We've also are aware that this is not the most fireproof material, so we've put tin boards all around the diesel heater, and we've put extra protection over the intakes, so we should be nice and safe with it.
But priority now is to get on with the roof, because you might be able to see it's snowing.
You know, it has been a brilliant bit of kit. The old power bank would have been lost without it.
We have a roof, sort of. Timbers are in anyway, but the reason we've done it like this is because cost again. So all these timbers here cost us £110. I did think about doing a mono slope roof, but I'd have had to have like heavy duty timbers, and the only thing is then obviously it's 5 metres wide, so the chances of it pulling would be increasing. So we had a bit of this angle left over. I put that down the middle, and then when we get this bit of wood, we've just screwed it down both ends, which has created like an arc in the wood, so it's bowed. Good thing about that is then the water can run off one side and the other, so we've only got 2.5 metres of runoff rather than 5. And also, because we bowed it, the strength in it is unbelievable as well, so it shouldn't sag. This is the bit I've been looking forward to the least though. Putting the curtain on.
Remember when I said it was going to be a beautiful colour? Canary yellow.
Although we can't complain because my mate Shane hooked me this up for free.
Oh, legend. Good God. I have no idea how we're going to actually get this on.
We've got one sheet that's hopefully going to do the roof, one sheet that's hopefully going to do the side, and we're hoping this is going to do the end. One thing have you noticed though? Look at the ground.
Only because it's so cold, it's frozen solid.
We don't have any mud. Well, we do, but it's not a slurry bit.
Oh my God.
The other thing is, it's a windy day. Right, we'll measure that with a tape measure, and we'll have to get them all out, I think.
Oh my giddy aunt. Okay, I'll stand on that corner so that doesn't blow away while you measure it. Just really want to break that ice. Oh shit.
I thought you were standing on it.
I got distracted by the ice. I wanted to break it.
This is going to be fun putting this up, isn't it?
Oh man. I think this is just... Whoa! We just had one of our high-tech technical planning meetings for about an hour trying to figure out how to do this because we don't have a sheet long enough to do the whole thing. And after all of that intense deliberation, we still don't really have a plan. We're just going to try and pull it up and hope for the best. 3, 2, 1. Heave. 3, 2, 1. Heave.
Lift it then.
I am, but you're not pulling it. Look, I've got saggage. Why did we pick such a heavy material?
Oh, the hook's dropped out. Oh, it's jammed in there. That's why it's locked up. Look, it's wedged in the steel.
I know it got stuck. You never listen. Oh my God, don't do that. As the weeks go on, it just gets worse. The way we're fixing the canvas onto the steels is by using the little offcuts from the roof beams, because then hopefully we've got a nice big, essentially, washer to stop the canvas ripping through.
Right, go on then, let's see if it works. Looking good. Whoa, slowly. So you could try and lift it up now, and hopefully that'll pull it tight.
Okay. Okay, you ready?
Go on then. Whoa.
The lean-to top might be a hideous disaster, but look at that for a sunset.
Another beautiful sunrise, and nothing is going to go wrong today. Look how thick the ice is though. I'm amazed the old caravan pipes haven't froze yet. But at least she's got enough for a cup of tea.
I was going to say, but don't worry, total crisis point has been avoided because I had filled up the kettle last night. So I have had a brew this morning.
And I know there's going to be plenty of people out there going, I told you so, you should have put trace heat pipes on the...
You did tell us though.
On the water pipes, which we were going to do, but it's another one of them jobs that we'll get to that in a bit. Do
you know what I think's hilarious? We took the Sainsbury's van all the way to the Arctic in Canada and Alaska. Minus 34, not a single frozen pipe. Caravan in the UK. Where's government?
But the good news is, it's just this top pipe here going to the actual pump. All the pipes actually underneath the caravan aren't frozen, which is all down to the straw bales. So timing was perfect with that really. The thermostat's reading about 3 degrees under the caravan and it's about -5 today. So it's a fresh one. So I'm just going to let the sun hopefully thaw that tank out throughout the day, and then we'll put a heat trace on that pipe and we all should be good. But today we are going to get this finished. How crazy is this, look? The ground's that solid that the digger can't even track over it. Go on, go back. Whoa.
John, is this going to roll back on me?
You're all right, come on.
Well, that went a whole lot better than yesterday. We learnt our lesson not to use these rickety old eyelets at the bottom, and we've gone for the good old trusty G-clamps.
Many hours later.
But we have 3 sides.
It's been a nightmare. So this sheet here only goes from there to where that bit of wood is, and then obviously that is that sheet. So I've had to join them, and it's not come out too bad, but it's taken a while to do it. So what we've done is we've put a bit of batten this side, a bit of batten the other side, and pretty much clamped them together. So we've done that for both battens. And then on all the roof, we've done the same as we did on the end, where we've screwed the batten through the outside to secure it as almost like a big washer. And then on that join that we did at the end there as well, we then pulled that sheet, overlapped, and then another batten over the top. So it's almost 3 battens. I would say this has probably been the easy bit, but it's not, is it? But the next bit is the roof.
Send help.
Wish us luck. Plan is straps on the forks all the way over the top. Then we got the roof this side, through the eyelets, pull it back over. Give me your guesses now how it's going to go.
Hey!
Once again, if this works, this is genius. Whoa.
I'm not having a lot of faith in this idea, John. So we're giving it a go then?
Go on then.
You want me to go up first, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
So is that as far out as you can go?
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Oh dear. Take that.
Go on then.
Yeah, I was using the drone, so I've managed to try and keep it straight.
I think that's what you call a success.
Dream team.
Well, Lady Luck is definitely on our side this week because we managed to get the roof all tensioned down last night, because this morning we woke up to this, a winter wonderland. And I do love the snow, but in England it tends to be, it snows one day and it's gone the next, so it goes slushy real quick. But we're set for a few days of cold, so it might stay around for a while. We have had snow in the rest of the country a fair bit. We've managed to dodge it, but the good news is the sun thawed out the IBC and the pipe yesterday, and when we picked up the straw bales from the farmer, he also gave us this, which he puts over his potatoes, and it gives a 6-degree difference. So we're going to wrap the IBC in that and put a plastic sheet over it. And this morning we didn't have any frozen pipes, so that's working a treat. But what do you think of the old lean-to? I would say it's looking good, but let's have it right, it's not, but it's definitely going to do the job anyway. And the good thing about it snowing is it's tested out with all the weight on the roof, the fact that it's not sagging and that. We still have to tighten down these side bits, which we've got a bit of an idea for. And also, when it comes to securing down the frame, we've got all them big blocks over there in concrete with the steel sticking out with a hole in, where we removed them from the foundations of that big barn. So all we're going to do with them is stick them on a corner and then strap down the frame down to the concrete blocks.
Well, that brings back some memories, eh, boy?
I get to use the old snowblower again, don't I? But now we've done these winter trips to the Nordics and the Americas, I'm a veteran when it comes to snow clearing, because I know that you need to get it gone as soon as, because you can see my boot prints where I've walked on the snow this morning, it's compacted it, so.
I'd say that veteran is a massive stretch. I'd say that we have more knowledge than we did when we did the first trip.
But this brings back all the memories. I don't know why. I've started to think about Calgary and there's so many different things.
I think the snow does something to the air as well. I walked out this morning, I took a deep breath, and there's a smell, and I don't know how it makes the air feel. Just all these memories came flooding back.
Well, we keep saying we really fancy going skiing, and I never used to get that until we went skiing, that everybody, once they go, they want to go every year. But yeah, so
it
good.
It is magical.
But anyways, with regards to the old lean-to, I know you can get the ones that bolt between 2 shipping containers, but they're a couple of grand, and I'd need to get 2 40-foot shipping containers, which it'd end up costing me about 5 grand. Whereas, once again, this has only cost us 110 quid, so I'm buzzing
Plus
with it,
screws.
really.
Don't forget the screws. But we are going to leave you there for this week. The good news is that with this weather having come in, next week we are on to the inside of the shed. So, like John said, Lady Luck is our friend.
See you next week.